So to create a perfect Instagram carousel in Canva, you need to come up with a vertical or banner size design. So let's click the create design here and click the custom size. So before you define your size, you need to define how many slides you want to come up in your carousel. So for example, you want to have a 5 slides into your carousel, and normally like Instagram is like the size of Instagram is perfect square, right? So it should be at least 1000 pixel. So you need to multiply the 1000 pixel to 5, which is the 5 slides. So that is 5000. And then the height would be 1000. Okay. And then you click the create new design. Okay. And then in here, before you design everything, currently I already enabled my rules. So if this rulers rather, so if this part is not yet enabled on your end, simply click this file in here and make sure that this part is enabled. If it is disabled, you wouldn't see that part there. So just enable that so you have a guide. You can also enable the margin and bleed, but it's not really necessary for the Canva carousel. But yeah, I think we can use I think the margin one is super important. For the print bleed, I don't think that's necessary for Canva because we're just using this one for, I mean, I don't think that's necessary for IG carousel because we're just using this for digital content. Okay, let me just rename this one as carousel slides. Okay, now let's start um, adding a guide into our carousel slides. So I'm gonna just drag this part here, and then you need to like I need to point it by 1000. Like every 1000 there is a rulers. Now for the rulers, it really doesn't necessary to be perfect in pointing the guide. Like this one is 1008, so that's fine. This is just your guide for the design. It really doesn't necessary. So I'm gonna put in there to near to 2000, and then the other one is 3000, and then the other one to 4000. So just simply drag it. Like you can see this arrow over here. Once this one is enabled, you can drag your um guide there. So once you already have the guide, we can then start designing. Now I'm gonna use this few templates in here, just the purpose of this presentation. I don't want to start from scratch. So let's say I'm gonna use this one, and we will just adjust some few things in here. Maybe just make this one smaller and this one make it smaller, and then the size should be just a normal Montserrat size there, and come up with that. Or then I will fast forward this and then I'll let you know once it's done. Okay, so let's just pretend that you're already contented with this design. Simply download your vertical banner. Make sure that you use the higher resolution. You can make it higher resolution, but it's not really necessary for web. So just keep it to 5000 by 1000, and then you click the download. Now let's start splitting this design into the desktop. Okay, so go into the image splitter. I'm gonna put this link into my description. So you click the select and drag in here, and then we will upload the design that we created. Okay, and then here it says like how many plies of column you want. So 1 2 3 4 5, so it should be 5. And then for the rows it should be 1 only, and then you need to drag that. So just simply drag that part. And if you will notice in here, there are some greenish, I don't know if you can see it, but there is like a dot green lines there that that is like basically a note that this image splitter will slice um your design. So once you're already good in that, click the split images, and then you will normally receive a zip file. So click the download there, and then let me just remove this part here, and then click the download. Yep. Then let's click that. We'll just remove this one, and then right click and then extract here. If you see that all of the files are already extracted, so this is, it's just a little bit um, it's just a little bit weird because the numbering is reversed. So this is the number one, by the way, number one, number two, number three, four, and five. Now, if you want this to be scheduled into your desktop, you need to go to the Facebook Creator Studio, okay? And then you need to link your Instagram in here, by the way. So click this Instagram here, and then, for example, I'm going to click this create Instagram feed, and then I'll select a Instagram account. For example, that one, it's just the purpose of this presentation. You click this, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it means here, this is the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You put the description in here. If you want it to be posted in the Facebook, that's also fine. And click that drop down over there and click the schedule. So that's basically how you can post into the desktop version. Now I'm gonna jump in on the mobile version. So for the mobile version, you need to download the Canva mobile in order for you to download the design you created in desktop. So click that icon, save it, and then click the download. Okay. So once you already downloaded the rectangle design, we can then install another free app called Panorama Prop for Instagram. So you install that, and then let's open the app, and then choose the new swipe file pose and select our design. And then at the bottom part, you can see the numbering over here. So right now, they are recommended to slice it into 5 columns. But you can always, like, if you want to make it 4, that's also fine. But I mean, we want it to be 5. That's why we come up with a ruler thing in Canva already. So, but I am just showing with you that you can still slice the design in the panorama accordingly. So yeah, I'm already downloading it, and then let's open the Instagram, and then yeah, you can start uploading your design and make it into carousel mode. Hope that helps.